Well, turning to politics now, former Vice President Mike Pence officially throwing his hat in the presidential ring.
Pence was once second in line to the presidency behind former President Trump and is now a 2024 rival. NBC's Bree Jackson is live in Washington, D.C. And Bree, what is Pence saying this morning?
Good morning, Maureen, Dave. So former Vice President Mike Pence is working to find a balance between criticizing former President Donald Trump and touting the accomplishments under their administration.
Mike Pence.
Former Vice President Mike Pence jumping into the presidential race, seeking to separate himself from a crowded Republican field that includes former President Donald Trump.
My former running mate continues to insist that I had the right to overturn the election. But President Trump was wrong then, and he's wrong now.
North Dakota's Governor Doug Burgum announcing his presidential bid on Wednesday, too.
We need a leader who's clearly focused on three things: economy, energy, and national security.
Candidates along the campaign trail are also bringing issues like border security to the forefront.
It is not that difficult to have a stable border.
But much of the focus remains on the frontrunner, former President Trump, and his legal troubles. Justice Department prosecutors informed Mr. Trump's legal team that he is a target of a classified documents probe. Trump and his allies insist he did not break any laws.
The problem with document management systems in the White House is that classified documents and unclassified documents get mixed together. That's not a Donald Trump problem.
During a town hall, Pence urged DOJ not to indict his former boss.
I would just hope that there would be a way for them to move forward without the dramatic and drastic and divisive step of indicting a former president of the United States.
Pence walking a fine line between his ties to Trump and his own vision for the future. And even as more candidates enter the Republican field, the race continues to be dominated by former President Trump and his closest rival, Ron DeSantis. Maureen?
And Bree, another big headline that we're seeing this morning, there are also investigations into the classified documents at President Biden and former Vice President Pence's homes, too. So where do those stand?
Yeah, so when it comes to former Vice President Mike Pence, he has been cleared. The investigation there is over, and DOJ did not file any charges. Meanwhile, the investigation into those classified documents found at President Biden's Delaware Beach home, as well as his former D.C. office, continues.
All right. Bree Jackson live for us in Washington, D.C. Thank you so much.